Hello and welcome guys in this our new and latest video. And in this video we are going to talk about what mistakes or you know um, mistakes actually what mistakes mostly the QA the freshers or the new joiners make in their software testing journey. Okay, when they step into the software testing field and what kind of issues or what kind of mistakes they make, we will discuss about that in this video. Okay, so let's go and see. First thing, that's basic. Like they think that QA is just about click and test. Okay, I think it's a common phenomena in most of the people. They thought that QA is just about clicking some buttons and testing. That's it. No, and in my previous videos also I have told about what actually QA is. So if you have not seen that, please go and check that out. Okay, and I have discussed in detail what actually the QA is, what how should a QA mindset should be. So that's all in there. So in this I mean what I'm saying is that don't think that QA is just about click and test. It's more than that. Okay, so, like, you have to think about the cases. You have to think about the age cases. You should have gone through all the, you know, requirement in details, right? So all these things comes into play, and it's not just that. Your technical skills also matters. Like your technical skills also matters in this. Technical skills in the sense that I'm not saying that you should be expert in your coding or something. No, but a basic you should know. What I mean, like if you are a tester and you are testing some APIs, okay, then you must know the state. What the a basic thing, like what are the all the status code stands for. What is 404, 500, 402, 403, right? 200, most common, like for success response. But you should know about all these things. How about like sessions, cookies, how these things work, how the session works. So these kind of technical things you should know. Okay, so it's not just about click the buttons. It's more than that. It's more about critical thinking. Okay, so you have to think. Let's move on the next one. Focusing too much on tools and not on concepts. Exactly. So nowadays what people are doing is they focus too much on tools. Like if I get a certification, or if I learn about some automation tools, UI tools, like Selenium, Cypress. If I learn this, so that would be enough. No. Okay, you should know the QA's basics. Okay, you should know how the software lifecycle works. What are the phases in that? Okay, and as far as the tool is concerned, tools are changing. Okay, every in every few years, or I should say maybe in every few years you will have a new tool. Okay, so earlier we people used to do work with Selenium. Then comes Cypress, which became popular. Now there is a Playwright. Okay, so Playwright, right? It is so every now and then new tools come and go, but you should be focus. Your focus should be on your core skills, right? You should know about the basic of the QA, not just theory. Like you should know all these things. What are the test cases? What do you mean by test strategies? What do you mean by test plans? All those things. Okay, and some basic things like uh, QA3, like equivalence partitioning, risk-based testing. What are all these things? These are crucial and these are very important things. Okay, even there are some basic principles which will you use while writing a test case. Right? Principle like boundary value analysis. So these all come into play when you enter into the software testing field. So it's not just tools. Remember, tools may come and go, but you should focus on your skills. Okay. One more thing I would like to add here. Along with tools, you should be focusing on the programming language, whatever programming language you choose. Java, JS, Python, whatever. But you should be proficient in that. You should learn about programming language. Okay. Focus less on tool, because if you're good with programming language, the tool will become easy and it will really become a tool. Okay, you will know how to use it. It will become very easy. So not just focus on tool, focus on skills, core things. Okay. Yes. The third mistake, and which I think many of the newcomers or the freshers, I think they go through it maybe because of some hesitations or shyness, or maybe they are little bit underconfident. Some of them are very confident, most of are not that much confident to speak up. Okay. And not clarifying your requirement. So all this, you should first clarify the requirement. Like, so as a new tester, whenever you are assigned some task or some task for testing, so if you're not clear about it, ask. Never assume, make assumptions. See, this should be, I think, in my opinion, this should be should make this should be you should on your important checklist. Not important checklist, I think they should be make a mandatory thing that do not assume anything. QB job is not about assumption. Remember, you should not assume anything. If you're not clear about any part, ask it. Ask the developer, ask your team lead, ask your manager, ask it. Okay, don't let it go. Okay, so ask, and don't you know get frightened or lost in your shyness or in hesitation. No, ask. It's your job to ensure quality. Okay, and how will you ensure quality if you are not clear about the product or about the functionality you are going to test? So ask. Okay, don't hesitate in asking. If you are not clear, please ask, and never assume anything. QA is not about assumption. Okay, I mean, there should be a tagline. The QA is not about assumption. Never. Don't assume anything. If you're not clear, if you're not sure about anything, ask. Okay? Because that will improve your testing. That will improve your work. Next is about poor bug reporting. Okay, and this comes when you are in the QA field, or maybe when you are in the QA field, you are testing. Okay, you have created a test plan. Sorry, you have created test cases. Okay, when after that, when you start testing, you find some bug. So it's really very important how you report the bug. Okay, and it's your report is should not be vague. Okay, vague means it should not be contain uh, one line that like button not working. No. Okay, you can add it as a title, but describe it. Which button on which page, how I mean, what are the steps you did? What are the steps you followed? If there are any console errors, share it with the team. If you can take a screenshot, share it with the team. Add all this kind of things in your bug report. This makes this, first of all, obviously this will make it the developers work easy. Okay, because they have all the details, they know how to reproduce the thing, they will have the screenshot and the logs, all these things. So please don't forget all the thing. Also, it will, you know it will be beneficial for you, because when people notice that you have an eye for detail, that you don't miss all this kind of thing, it's really helpful for you guys. So don't make such kind of mistakes while making some bug reports and all other things. And I have a separate video on bug reporting, so please go and watch that. Okay. Now let's move the second on the next slide. Ignoring test automation skills. Okay, so few minutes back I talked about focusing too much on tools. Okay, and in this I'm talking about ignoring automation skills. So, what is this? I see there is a clear difference. See, there are some people who focus too much on tools, that okay, if I know about some tool, that will be enough. No, like I said, you should know the basics, you should know the core part, right? So that's one thing. Then there are some people who kind of totally ignore the automation parts. They focus more on kind of manual thing. No, in today's world, or in current scenario and in upcoming uh, scenarios, or in future, nowadays, automation is required as skill. You should know the automation, but automation is not just about UI testing. It's more than that. You should know about performance testing. There are tools available for performance testing: JMeter, LoadRunner, Taurus. Okay, API for API testing. You should know about API testing. It's, so these kind of tools are there. You should know about all these things. Okay, maybe you cannot be expert in all, but as a QA, you should know about all this thing. Okay, don't just completely dependent on manual part. See, understand this thing. When I say don't focus too much on tool, that is that don't just uh, you know uh, just ignore all other things and just focusing on tools. Ki, okay, I know certain tool, I know the commands, and that will be enough. No, guys, that will not be enough. You should know the QA if you really want to be a good QA or good testing guy. Similarly, avoiding automation completely is also it is a kind of a pitfall. You will fall. Okay, don't ignore automation. You should know the automation, but don't forget your core part. Okay, so this manual and automation, the core skill and your automation skill. In automation also, you should know about the programming language, like I said in the earlier slides, that programming language, whatever you choose, okay, that is important. JS, Java, whatever, Python, right? That is important, because, like I said, tools come and go, but programming, if you have a knowledge on your programming skill, if you are good with your programming part, tools will come really easy to you. Okay, so don't ignore. And also, yep, like I said, nowadays automation is very important, and most of the time we talk about the CI/CD integration things. How do you integrate with your test tools with CI and CI/CD tools like Jenkins, GitLab? Go read about it, learn about it. Okay, it will be very helpful for you guys. So don't just focus on manual part, learn automation skills, but don't ignore at the same moment. Don't forget about the core part. Okay, don't just forget about it because testing is a skill. Okay, it's not like the in the first at the beginning of the video I said it's not just about click. Okay, it's not just click and kind of testing. No, it's more than that. So don't forget that. Okay, so these are some basic things, guys, that I discussed. There could be more. Okay, which we can discuss if you want. Please add those things in comment. But these are kind of a bird eye view, which I observed that what new guys or the freshers guys who just come into the software testing field and they made this kind of mistake. So there could be more. So comment out, write in comments if you want to discuss. We will definitely discuss. Okay. So what should as a fresher, what should you do? So master the fundamentals. Like I said, don't forget the core skills. It's very important. Ask questions, engage actively with teams and clarify your requirements and process. Exactly. Ask, don't assume anything, right? Do not assume. No. Okay, as a QA, you should not assume anything. Develop both hard and soft skills. Yes, yes. Soft skills is as necessary. It is necessary as any other thing like what we have discussed, like automation, knowledge about automation tool. Okay, skills. I mean testing skills. Similarly, soft skills are also important. Now, what is soft skill like? Your communication. If you're good with communication, it will be better for. It will be good for you. Right? You can ask your requirements clearly. You can write a bug report very clearly. Okay, so soft skills are important, and it just not help uh, as a fresher, but in a long run also. Okay, so speak up whenever you are in some discussion. Speak up your mind. Okay, speak, learn. If you don't know, learn. Okay, if you hesitate, and the only way to get that confidence is to speak. So don't forget about the soft skills, guys. Soft skills are as important as these things. Okay, so that's all in this video, guys, and thank you for your time and attention. And if you have any questions regarding thing, or if you have any more ideas on this, if you think that there could be you know uh, more things could be added in this, just let me know in the comment and we will definitely discuss on this. Thank you, guys.